It's kinda dark out. I do think this fight is the light, fight of the light. This is a rough draft, but fuck it, the timing was right.
See what I'm saying? So now, going right along in the book Shiva, the erotic ascetic, it says that when Shiva, which is nothing but horror, it's the stuff of Osiris that has been locked down for years. They say that Shiva and Parvati, when they get together in hex, the gods go in fear because they are nothing but two sections, two halves of the universe. Now don't you get it why the government says we cannot let the black man and black woman come together in any form of eroticism in the media. Because they know that when you come together, you see what I'm saying, and really know what you're doing, that you change shit. Because you say, well, wait a minute, hold on, I'm trying to figure this out, Bobby. How can you say me going into bed and bumping and grinding is gonna change the universe? They're not talking about the dead niggas out there. They're talking about the conscious people. That's why, like one sister from San Francisco called, she said, I know what you're talking about is right. She said, because as soon as I became conscious, the men left. She said, this is one of the, I said, you know what's interesting? There's a big problem with conscious people hooking up that we gotta have a national registrar to get people so you can meet different mates. Because you tired of meeting stupid mother. And I asked her, I said, well, what's wrong with the brothers and sisters that's in DC? She said, I can't fuck with these dumb dead niggas. There's got to be somebody in the consciousness. So the point I'm trying to make here is what they're not telling you here is when you hook up on the conscious level and bump and grind on the passion level, you change the universe, because the penis or the lingam is one part of the universe and the yoni is the other part of the universe, and when they come together, they change things. But you keep thinking it's outside of you, but it's inside of you. So as a result, I had to figure out what this thing wanted, and what it actually wanted was, they say, look, it's like worldwide wrestling. It's like anything else. It's like role playing. You set up the combat that you want when we bumping and grinding as a form of warfare to counter the white man's warfare that he's doing physically. Do you just get what I just said here? I'm talking about something different now. Because before I said, even Dawood said, you know, they don't want you to bump and grind, you know, before he went crazy. This sicko. He done talked himself out of a damn conscious career. Nobody don't want to hear what he say. They said when you bump and when you rumble the sheets, something can come up the wrong way, but there's a science to it. The science here is this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the science on how this thing is done, to break it down to layman's terms. Let's say you want to effect something. Let me give you an example. Let's say you were wronged by the government. Something they done did that done got a nigga mad. Well, that's every day. All right? They done did some shit that got you mad and ain't nothing you can do about it. What they're saying here is, go in and lay down your strategy on how you're going to whip his ass physically, but you're doing it mentally. Rehearse your strategy, then go into the sexual zone and think about the same ass whipping while you're having sex. This is the sexual kung fu. You know how you ever just sat down and just want to beat a nigga ass because it done made you mad? And it might be somebody in another country, or it might be somebody too big, or somebody you don't know, but you just want to just beat they behind. And you sitting there, you ever sat down and you gave a nigga a real ass whipping in your mind? Anybody done this before? All right, you take the same energy, but when you plug into your energy, his energy is to fight physically, because he's taking over the earth plane, and his whole life is based on what can I do physically to destroy. But your origin is that of a spiritual origin. So your power lies in the spirit realm. And the gateway to the spirit realm between the lingam, which is the obelisk, and the yoni, which is the vesica. You see this on every church. I got a vesica in here. On every church, you see the vesica. Y'all all right? See, it's real simple. This is not entertainment. It's just real simple stuff we deal with now. No, that is not one. This is the vagina. You see what I'm saying? The vesica. The vesica. You see this on every church. And the obelisk is the penis. They're showing you how you rule your world through connecting with the lingam and the yoni. We know it has to be right because in the theater and in the cinema, the key is never to show black passion. See what I'm saying? Never to show black passion. And you can get a porno and see black people screwing, but it's a different thing because that's just raw fucking. The romance is not there. That's not even human in a way. You know what I'm saying? You can get the, so it's the in-between stuff that they don't show. They can show you in the pornos, but they can't show you engaged in a passion with a romantic setting. And then you fall off into some love. All right, mystery here is, if his thing is physical warfare, and he goes around the world with his physical gun or his physical penis, you know, Chris Weston taught us about that. Only thing you have to do in this particular case is you set up the same strategy and warfare for it's something to just start with the surroundings, your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And you go in with your sexual kung fu, you do it in your mind, but when you do it through sex, it becomes real. This is how this shit is done. Or you want to set up the strategy to get your son out of jail? You go in and you write down it's like you write your script out. You rehearse your script, then you go into sex and go through the shit. And this is the way you will be able to bring forth your reality. Meanwhile, it's tearing down the physical matrix. You see? It's tearing down. So when she was coming, she was very violent. I saw what she was saying. Hey, look, man, we got work to do. I'm coming to try to show your ass how to fight. You see what I'm saying? On the sexual level. Now, you notice men, since you have the problem with staying up, once you tap into the sexual aspect of the kung fu in the particular aspect, is you got this role playing you're doing. You don't have to focus on the sexual aspect, so therefore you won't be busting no nuts that fast. You know what I'm saying? Because you got something else on your mind. You see what I'm saying? And it's a combination of both. But this